Hello, thank you so much for stopping by. My name is Wanda Lee, and I appreciate you joining me for Warm and Fuzzies Wednesday. Though my husband and I have some ambitious financial goals for our family, we also understand the importance of our individual self-care, as well as our time together as a couple, and those are the things we like to prioritize on Wednesdays. So if any of those things interest you, I'd love for you to stick around for this video. Definitely subscribe to the channel, because today we are going to briefly stuff my personal self-care binder and spend a lot of time with our couples binder, because we're using Savings Challenge to budget for an upcoming trip, and so it's getting close to the wire and we need to see where we're at and how we're doing. So let's go ahead and get started. First things first, we have 20, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 72, 4, 6, 8, and $80 today, but not all of that is for cash. Not all of that's for cash stuffing. It's all for stuffing, but not all of that's for our couples binder. 40 of that is actually going into our personal self-care binder. So let's go ahead and open her up. We're gonna go ahead and put this 20 into shopping. That's all it has now. You will notice that nails and hair have been depleted. I did get my nails done, and Mom and I collaborated on my hair, so thank you, Mom. So those are empty now, but we are adding this last 20 to massage. And so massage now has 20, 40, 60, 80, 110, which should be enough for the massage that I get, as well as a $10 tip. So I'm excited for that, because that's the main thing I like to do on our little trips, is to get myself a massage, and it's my birthday month, so I'm really looking forward to that. You know what though? It is my birthday month, and I'm thinking, should I open the me bills today, or should I open them next week? I guess technically next week would be closer to my birthday than today, but I'm having Mom open hers on Friday. I guess I'll do next week. I'll do next week. I won't, hold on. Oh, so technically if I do it today, it'll be before my birthday. If I do it next week, it'll be after my birthday. So, you know what I'll do? I'm gonna switch it up, and I'm gonna open mine on Family Friday with Mom. So that way it'll be fun. I'll have company when I do it. Yeah, I know technically it goes in, my self-care binder, but I'm gonna open it with Mom when I have company. So let's hold that thought. All right. Here's our couples binder. So the rest of the money is for our couples binder, and how this is going to work. We do need to do a couple things. We're going to stuff it as per usual with this money right here, but we also need to do basically an audit to make sure if we're on track, and that's the end of the binder here, and this is where we have the real numbers of what each of our trip expenses are going to cost, and we need to see how far along we are with meeting those goals. So, but let's do the savings challenges first, then we'll be unstuffing some savings challenges to make sure that we are budgeting appropriately in the back there. All right, let's go ahead and get you out, and we're gonna get this big one out so you can see it. Oh, and we have some extra twos here. This is only for if we finish any challenges. Let's put those way over there so you can see them, but hopefully they don't get mixed up with our real money, our active money. All right, let's go. 1. Okay, perfect, because we're here. You know what? Let's just go ahead and finish you off. Let's finish you off, and let me guess, because I'm notorious for not having all the things ready. I'm going to go ahead and take a guess that I don't have my replacement savings challenges anywhere in sight. So I'm gonna have to pause for the cause to go find a savings challenge to replace this one with. But it's okay, at least she's finished and I can put these $2 bills to work over here. So, yay! Paper clip. I'm only seeing, sorry. I'm only seeing a blue one, which is fine. Normally I use rose gold for my Wednesdays, but what can you do? Gotta work with what you have. So we do have $50, good. Let's put that there. Let's put this here. We finished a challenge and we just started. Love that. Okay, that means we gotta take a $2 bill from our stack, go all the way to the back, add this to our ding ding, and I think I might use those toward our anniversary next year, our wedding anniversary. All right, let me try to find another challenge. You know what? I have an idea for this. I'm gonna come back to that at the end. I have an idea for what I want this challenge to be. So we'll just, if we land on one moving forward, we'll add the money here and then I'll swap out the challenge later. So let's go. Did that even roll? I feel like it didn't. All right, we're gonna go ahead and add a 5. Next. Okay, what is happening right now? Let's add a 5 again, I guess. 5, there we go. That's where we need to be, somewhere far away. Somewhere far away. Okay. So this is our movie date challenge, which is really good because I hope it's still in theaters, but I want to take the hubby to go see Stan's. I don't know if you're familiar, but Eminem has a song. Eminem's a rapper. He has a song called Stan, and it's about like an overly obsessive fan. I won't give away any more details than that. If you're not familiar with the song, and you like rap, take a listen. But he basically produced like kind of a documentary about it, because Stan, ever since that song was released, has become kind of like an Urban Dictionary way of describing an overly obsessive fan. So it kind of became famous in that way. But yeah, I want to take my husband to go see the documentary because, fun fact, which is appropriate for Warm and Fuzzies Wednesday, on our very first date, my husband took me for a canoe ride. And while we were driving up to the lake, he was like, oh, what kind of music do you like? And I was like, oh, I like a little bit of everything. And then he put on Eminem. And I was like, so you listen to Eminem, right? And he was like, oh yeah, I know all the songs. And I was like, okay, well, why don't we do a rap battle? And let's just say it wasn't a contest. I slayed him in the Eminem rap battle. So I thought it was appropriate that we go see Stan together. So anyway, what do we have showing? We have 8 showing, we have 4 showing, and we have 8 showing. Let's go ahead and cross off the 4 from the barcode. And because we can actually do that evenly. So we'll count it later, but let me cross off the 4 now. Cross out the 4, so all we have left is 1 8 from the barcode and our last 8 from our seat number. So I'm kind of hoping we don't land on it again. I'm not going to count it right now. Just going to put this in there. But at the end it should add up to 55 if we did everything correctly. It should add up to 55. All right, let's go. 1. Wow. All right, I'm just gonna add a 2 because I was hoping to be able to finish some other challenges. So I have 2 2s and 2 5s left. 5. Oh wait, don't we owe ourselves? Now that we went back to the movies, I know we went back to the movies, but we owe ourselves, right? Don't we owe ourselves a 1 for Cupid? And so we might have to pay that debt first. so we can circle in the full amount. I forgot. Good thing I double checked, because each one is worth 5. Sorry, Cupid. I almost slighted you, friend. I'm gonna leave that a little bit high while it dries. Okay, so we did land on 5. Oh yeah, okay. I was like, I got confused for a minute. So we landed on 5, and we, okay, we'll just put in a 10, and we'll take a 2 back. That will be 8. So that works out, actually. Let's take a 2 back. It's just 1 2, right? Yeah. And add the 10. And cross off. What happened to my other marker? Did I put it back? Oops. Sorry. I know the desk is a little bit of a mess. Let me move this to the side for now. I'll bring her back in a sec. Okay. So we're going to cross off the last 8 from our barcode. We have one more 8 left, which is our seat number. And then we are done with this challenge, but we won't be able to do it today because we don't have enough money. We only have $4 left. So let's see where it's going. Let's see where it's going. 4. Okay. I'm just a love machine. This challenge I made inspired by the miracles. So let's go ahead and cross off 4. At least we don't have to do an IOU, so I do appreciate that. Alright, let's just pick some. Let's do you. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yeah, so I made each of these $1, right? The challenge, I guess, makes each of these $1, so it adds up to 35. Of course, you could make them whatever you want to make them. All right, so we're gonna add 4, and this is the fun part. This is the fun part. Once we get this money in, then we get to the fun part. Let's go back to challenge number 1 that we kept landing on, the mystery challenge that I'm going to add apparently $12 to. Let's move this out the way. And let's break her out. Alright, just so that you know what I'm doing. I was trying to decide which of these challenges I was going to pop in here, right? This is one of the ones I just created. It incorporates a couple different die. These are 2 that I created previously, and one side is a beautiful dashboard, and then the other sides are scratch off challenges, but these are completely mystery challenges. You have no idea how much you're going to save. I think actually I'm going to go ahead and I think I'm going to do this one, and the reason is because this one gives me romantic date night vibes. That's the vibe I was in when I created it, and that's what I'm going to do. So they don't have holes in them because they were in my A5 binder. So I'm just going to go ahead, take my little hole punch, and add the holes. And the text is moved over a little bit to allow for the holes, so I'm going to do that real quick. Perfect. So now we've got our holes in, and so that it can fit real nicely in here, and it'll be behind my other little dashboard of us. But yeah, so this is the one we're gonna save now. Oh, I love it. It's so pretty. It's so romantic. Anyway, so we have $12 for this, and this, as I said, it's a mystery scratch off. This is inspired by George Benson, a song called Give Me the Night, and it's a bunch of couples dancing and just loving on each other at night. You'll be able to see it a little better as you scratch off, and then of course it's got lyrics from the song because there's music in the air and lots of loving everywhere. So give me the night. All right, tonight. All right, we have $12. So we're gonna see. Hopefully we don't have to write an IOU, but we'll see. we'll see. Let me go ahead and scratch off. I'm gonna go ahead and scratch off this one in the middle right here and see what they have for us. Okay, 5. Okay, not bad, not bad. And what's nice about it, because you know it's the lovely dashboard, is you could just leave it in your binder as a dashboard, right? You could obviously add more stickers and do the scratch off again, or you can just mark it off because it is laminated and gloss laminate, so you could do it, mark it off with Sharpie and do it that way. I guess because it's got the sticker like residue, right, it would be better to put the scratch offs back, but you could just moving forward mark it off manually yourself. So yeah, $5 already going there. Let's do another one, another one. Let's come over here. Let's come down here. What do you have for us? A 4, which is gonna have to be a 5. So we are at $9 already. Oh my gosh. So we need a 3 or less. Okay, where's the 3? Call like 3. I need you to manifest. Where do I feel like the 3 is? I don't remember. I made this a while ago. Is this the 3? Are you guys a 3? Please don't be something really big. A 2. Okay, I don't mind it. I do not mind it. We'll call it a day there because I don't remember if there's a 1 or not. But I don't want to risk it. So we've got 11 for our 12 bucks. That is fine. Let's go ahead and pop in our dashboard savings challenge. It needs to be, I like that it's romantic as well because obviously it's a couple's binder, but also because my husband and I, our wedding anniversary, sorry finger, is in August as well. So lots of things happen in August, like lots of birthdays and also wedding anniversary. But yeah, this is our new #1 challenge. So I could technically take this out temporarily just so I can, whoops, I've got so much stuff in this binder. It's loaded. All right, there we go. Now it's the first thing I see, and I'll add you back later, friend. Okay. So now business. Let's get to business. Let's move these 2s out of the way so we don't get confused. And now we need to take it to the end. All right, so we are going to bring this back. We're also going to bring back, what are we going to do here? Okay, hold on. We're actually going to bring this one because it will hold its shape better than the other one, and we need to do these challenges. These are all of our completed challenges so far for the couples binder. I think my mother is printing something behind me because the printer is getting active. I don't know if you can hear that. Anyway, let's flip back here. So, hold on. Oh my gosh, so my mom's printing stuff. Like, I have the printer in my office, so my mom is coming to visit. And so she's printing stuff, you know, and meanwhile my husband's talking super loud on the phone, and I'm just like, man, all the things. Okay, so basically the way this works is I created these little trackers so I could write down the cost of, you know, everything associated with our trip. I add a buffer just so that it's easier to divide the circles by it. And then there's 20, I mean circles, squares. There's 20 squares here. And when we complete all of it, then we know that that part of the trip is covered. So I have that for flight. I have it for car rental. So for flight, we're looking at $249.59. I added a $10.41 buffer. So each of these squares is worth $13. Our rental was $113. After the buffer, each of the squares is worth $6. Our hotel is $187. After the buffer, each of these squares is worth $10. Our dining, I just make it $350. After the buffer, each of these squares is worth $20. I'm hoping we can cover the important things. Like we've saved enough to cover the important things, which would be flight, rental, hotel. And then I say important, eating is important, but you know what I mean. But eating is something we can be a little bit flexible with. And it's not an expense that has already come out, basically. So what we're gonna do is actually unstuff these challenges and then stuff them back into these trackers so that we know what's left. So I know we just did this one, but this saved us $50, and we will count it again after everything's said and done. So we'll actually, let's make this, because the 20 need to go back here. I'm gonna track, we'll do it this way. Put it here, you can still see it. So I'm gonna write down first what each challenge should have saved us so we know that total. And then we'll count what it actually saved us because there might be extra in there, we don't know. So let's go ahead. Oh, there's a 50. Ooh, okay. So I need another space. Sorry, it's gonna be real tight for you guys for a minute. Okay. I'm so glad we finished that one because that saves us the majority of money. I had a lot of fun playing this skee ball one though. I'm looking forward to bringing that back into the mix. Yeah, the dice were not super friendly to me the whole time, so it should save $30 or more. I know it saved us more than 30 because we were struggling. So this one should save us 45. Oops. Okay, I hope that's right. And this one should have saved us 20. And this one should have saved us, whoops, 15. This was a freebie. All of the challenges you see here I did create myself. And you can find most of them on either Etsy or Ko-Fi. So that was 15. And then we should have 2 more challenges to unstuff. This one I think should have saved us 47. So that looked right just from first glance. Oh, what did I do? Oh no, what did I do? I think I pushed equals, but I forgot to push plus. Okay, I'll do it again in a second. I'll just start from this one. And I accidentally like spilled water on my challenge, I think. Oh no, I folded it. I put it in a cabinet and I accidentally folded it. So, all right. So 50 plus 47 plus 15 plus 20 plus 45 plus 30 plus 120 plus 50. Oops. Okay, so 377 is what everything should have saved us. Okay, 377. So let's see what we actually have. That's 100 right there. 20, 40, 60, 80, 120, and 40. Remember, 377 is what we were at before. Excuse me. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 110. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. 385. Okay, so we saved a little more than 377. That is great news. We're just gonna put these back because now we need to leave that number there because it's gonna help us. All right, so excuse me, starting off with flight. Where can I write this? Maybe I'll write it right here for now. Write the number that we started with. I'll write it on my little IOU for now. Or I could, yeah, still need to write it. So I'll write 385 is how much money we have to work with, okay? And so 13 times 20 is 260. This is for covering the flight. And I feel like I'm gonna start with the other one so I can feel like we're making more progress. Okay, so 120. This should be 120. Yeah, so 6 times 20 should be 120. So we're gonna go ahead and take the 250s and 120. And basically our Love Machine challenge gave us everything we needed for this because the Love Machine saves exactly $120. So the rental is now taken care of. For a second I forgot how to draw hearts. Okay, so that saved us 120 and we are done with the car rental. We've officially paid ourselves back for that, so we can put that money back on the card. 187. Excuse me, so it's 10. It's actually 10 times 120, so it's $200 for this one. 20, 40, 60, 80, 120, 120, 130, 140, 150, 160, 170, 180, 190, and 200 even. So we've officially paid for the hotel. Dun, dun, dun. Obviously this all needs to be consolidated. Wait, can I do that? I'm so sorry, friends. I know that I keep taking you all back and forth, but I think I can do that. I believe I can do that. So hold, please. Okay, yeah, so the husband went to the bank and he was able to get some money for us, so that's why we're able to do that. You might see some of this again because I might swap out the 2s and the 5s, but I'm going to move it off for now so we don't get confused. So we've got 200 now here, so it won't be as bulky. And oh, there's a star bill. Oh man. Hold that thought. Hold that thought. That's got to go into our star savings challenge. It's a $50 star bill. Okay, we'll put this 50 instead. I rarely see $50 star bills. The only thing that could have made it better is if it was a $50 me bill. Okay, so this was 200 that was saved and we are done. Hotel is officially funded. All right, the next one is dining. So now everything else can go toward the flight, and we need 260, I think, for this. So each one is worth $13. Let's just see what we have. 10, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. Hold on. This, hold on, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Let's take this and give ourselves a 50. And then, what do we have here? 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. We'll just take this, give ourselves a 10. Okay. So each of these is worth 13, and we have $65 here. So 65 divided by 13 is 5 even. Oh, nice. An even 5 squares. So we still have a ways to go to save for the flight. And then after that, we'll just be saving for food and activities. So, but at least we completed 2. If we had started with this one, we would not have been able to complete 2. So that's why I was like, let me feel like I'm making more progress here. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But yes, at least we are ready for 2 of them. Remember, we do have, these are the savings challenges with cash in them. You know what I'm saying? So we should for sure cover the flight as well. But it would be nice to also be able to eat some good food. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be on a starvation diet while I'm on my little trip. Okay, we have a mess here, so let's clean up. All right, thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with me today. I know it was a long one. We had a lot of things to do, but we needed to see where we were in our savings for our trip. So that had to be done. We had to take that little audit, savings challenge audit, for lack of a better phrase. So yeah, I'm glad we got that done. We do have a little bit more time to save, so for sure we will get that flight taken care of, and we will see what we can do about food. But anyway, thanks so much for stopping by. If you enjoyed hanging out, I'd love for you to hit the like button. Definitely subscribe to the channel to help it grow. And I hope to catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.